Hi you all, my Ali Pallies. I'm just resting up today because my foot is bad. So I did a video yesterday making up my good friend Jay, and you're about to see it. Now I just have a couple of things to say about the video. We had to do the video in the park because basically both our places are accessible to us but not accessible to both of us. So we had to find a location to do the video, and we picked the local park. And I didn't notice until after the video and playing it back that there's quite a lot of building works going on in the background. I think it's just a thing about living in London. You become desensitized to noise like that. So to us, we were in a quiet park, but comparatively speaking, to everyone else watching, it probably doesn't seem that quiet. So apologies for that. Also, we had a bit of playing around to do because we both are disabled and we both use mobility scooters. So we set the camera up on Jay's mobility scooter, which was good. It got her a really good angle, but then I had to sit on her scooter, which was height adjustable, so that I could sit while I was doing her makeup. And the reason I'm telling you that is you'll see my back to you a lot of the time, and not the best flattering position, which doesn't worry me. But what does happen quite a bit is that I'm obviously, because my back's to the camera, then my voice is also to the camera, so my voice is fading in and out a bit. So I just wanted to apologise for all that. We did the best that we could do in the situation, given both of our limitations physically, but I hope it doesn't affect your viewing too much. So I hope you enjoy this video, and yeah, take care. I'll see you all very soon. Love you all, Ali Pallies. Enjoy. Hi all, my Ali Pallies. Now, you've been saying for a long time you want to see me making someone else up. Hence why I've only got a bit of foundation and bronzer on today and some very, very bright lipstick. But here is my friend who has very kindly agreed to go on YouTube and have her makeup done. So say Jay.
Hi Ali Pallies, I'm Jay, a friend of Ali's, and yeah, I'm waiting to have my face done up.
Now, we've had a great job of setting up because both of us are on mobility scooters. So this is a real equality act today that we're going for. But I'm actually sitting on Jay's mobility scooter now because she's got height adjustment. Isn't that cool? And on her chair, and I'm going to be making her up. So we're going to stop and start, but I'm just going to put some primer on in a second. So I'll see you in a minute, and I hope you enjoy the video. Take care. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm going to turn. You don't want to see my ugly mug now. You want to see Jay. So I'm just going to turn the camera around a little bit like that, because first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with Brightening Youth Glow, which is Charlotte Tilbury, really good at brightening up the complexion. Now, Jay's done all her skincare beforehand, and she's done a moisturiser, so I'm just going straight in with primer. And this one will give you a really brightening. I hope you don't mind my hands.
No,
I hope they're not too cold.
They're clean.
They're definitely clean. You saw me clean them before.
I did.
And yeah, I'm going to get you to hold that in case I need more. But this will just brighten up your complexion. It's got slight,
It feels lovely.
cold hands, I know. It's got a slight pink undertone to it, so it just gives you a subtle radiance before we go in with the makeup. And you can have a look at the minute in the phone camera, and you can see, or you can see it on my hands actually, what I mean.
Oh yeah, lovely.
But it doesn't look too glitzy. Once you put it on your face, it doesn't look that glitzy. You know what I mean? It just gives you that subtle. I've just woken up and I've had 12 hours sleep,
and that's what I need.
Kind of look, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Poke your eye out.
After being in hospital last week, I definitely need to look like I'm fresh and healthy.
And that actually really does a lot for your skin. It's great because I can see what things do on other people's skin. And then what I'm going to do is just dot a little bit.
Look at that. Even here, I've just lifted. It's like I've had a facelift, everybody.
And now I'm just going to dot a little bit with my little 4 fingers. Just I'm just going to dot a little bit around your eyes, but not too close, obviously. I don't want you to get sensitive. And right at the moment, Jay is seeing that my eyes, I am crying my eyes out. Not out of sadness, but because I'm near all the pollen. But that's another reason I didn't put a lot of makeup on. Now look again under your eyes.
Wow, look at that. I have had huge black bags under my eyes. Haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately, and look, that is a miracle Ali's put on my face. That's fantastic product.
Yep. So that is called Brightening Youth Glow.
Well, I need to buy Brightening Youth Glow.
Don't worry, I'll give you all the details in the end. So I'm going to use Magic Foundation in shade 5. I don't have a whole group of foundations because I'm not making people up yet. But I had a feeling that this might actually work on Jay, and I've tried it out a little bit beforehand. Now, Jay, I hope you don't mind me telling people that you've got this pigmentation problem, which is called, could you want to tell them a little bit?
So, hi, I have a mixed heritage, and not only have I got hyperpigmentation, I've also got vitiligo. So a lot of the skin around my mouth and chin and under here and across the eyebrow have actually lost their pigment and they've gone white now. So I've always struggled to find foundations that will either go up to the hyperpigmentation or cover that, or down to the white bit, and I'm not sure. So Ali's going to do her wonder.
Well, I'm hoping that this actually, because it's not matching the lightest part and it's not matching the darkest part, but it's matching what I would say the majority of her face is, which is what you really need to do when you've got vitiligo. So let's hope and pray, because yeah, I think this is, because when I rubbed it in, it disappeared on your skin.
Yeah,
so what you're going to find is that this is a great match where I'm applying it now, but when I go and put it on the bottom of Jay's cheek, it's going to look like it's too dark, but actually what it's doing is it's evening out your complexion.
Fantastic.
And actually this, I would say, is a really good shade for you. It's not too dark, it's not too light, because if you go too dark, then you're going to look very different, because people are used to seeing the parts of your face that are very light. If you go very dark, then it's going to look, if you go too light, it's going to look out of place as well, because as you said, that is not your natural heritage. Whereas I think this is a really good in-between shade. Yeah,
perfect.
That is, it's got kind of, shade 5's got a peach undertone.
I do work well with sort of peaches and pinks, mid-pink undertones, I think.
But you've got a bit of olive in there, and I've used shade 5 and it works for me more than shade 6. Don't, actually, I was saying earlier, maybe shade 6, don't go for shade 6. Shade 6 made me look grey, and you have got olive in your skin, and I think it would probably make you look a bit grey, and it would cancel what that Brightening Youth Glow has done.
Yeah. Now I want to sort of have that effect where I'm lifted up.
Just need to get a little bit more to just take it down onto your neck, because obviously your neck is.
Yeah, I've got it all on my neck as well.
Yeah, and we all. I mean, I'm so much paler on my neck and on my chest, because I don't really get out a lot at the moment. So
no, likewise. This is my first day out since last week in hospital.
So we don't have to go down too far, because we can do the rest with bronzer. But I just want to even out. And that
all over,
today is looking, I would say, really good. Let me just make sure that I've got the bits around your.
Yeah, there's a white. Yeah, there's a white bit up around the hairline. I think on my right side of my
that,
face.
You know, you said that you had a dark bit. So Jay had a dark bit here
in the middle.
I saw. It's completely covered that.
Wow. Okay.
It doesn't look any different to the rest. So it's really evens out your skin tone, but you can still see, you know, some of the little beauty spots, as I
bits
call
and pieces.
them.
Oh yeah,
so
I've
it
got
doesn't
plenty
look
of them.
like you're caked with makeup.
Yeah.
So have a look at that.
And my laughter lines. I've got to have them. Oh my goodness, honestly, I'm stunned. I'm stunned, seriously stunned, because here, this was a really, really dark brown, very almost to black there, and yet it was white at the sides. You cannot tell. I've got vitiligo, it looks wonderful.
Doesn't it?
I'm amazed, that's fantastic.
Right, we're gonna move on now.
Big smile.
I shouldn't let her see any of this until the end, should I? Look at me crying. Sorry, I know it's not all about me. What am I like, girls? Okay, I'm going to now move on to concealer. So we're just going to jiggle about for a minute and I'm going to work out what concealer to use and we'll be right back. Okay, so I forgot to bring out concealer. Well, I didn't. I brought out a sample which I thought was Magic Away samples, and actually it turned out to be Light Wonder because they sent me the wrong thing. But luckily, you know, a girl never travels anywhere without a concealer in her bag. So we were just having a little chat about it because Jay has got gluten allergy, so we have to be very careful. So we did a little test, but we're going to risk it. Obviously, it's better if you're at home. It is better to test it out for 24 hours. If you want to ever test anything, test it in the crook of your arm for 24 hours. One, it doesn't show up. Two, it's quite sensitive, and because you're bending your arm, you're going to get a reaction if you're going to get it. Now, that doesn't mean if you're near your eyes that that's good enough, but it's a good indication. Obviously, the gold standard is to go and get tested at an allergy testing clinic.
Yep.
Okay,
and contact the producers and ask them if they've got gluten in their products, which is what I've done.
Yeah,
and you're always doing.
So we're going to dot this around your eyes. So we've basically now, we basically evened out the complexion. But what we want to do now is just to make sure that we just even out. And I'm going to put some on your lids because you've got quite darkened lids.
Yeah, they're very dark compared to underneath. Yeah.
So I'm going to be very gentle.
She is, I promise.
And I'm going to use the blending sponge and a little bit of my fingers if I get too close. I'm going to just take the tip of the blending sponge and I'm just going to dab it. If it gets too... I was used to doing my mum up. My mum always used to squeeze her eyes when I went in. Let me just do it with my fingers.
Yep,
so I don't want to...
No, you've been very good.
My mum always used to squeeze up her eyes and say, you're pressing too hard, and I was literally just sweeping the top of her skin.
Yeah.
So I'm actually very, very cautious around eyes because my mum, I think I'm taking after my mum because my eyes never used to water and my mum's always did. Could you just look up for me a minute, like that, so that I can get right under there? So I want to just get up under the eye. And we don't want to cake it on, we want it to look like skin. And I'm not going to set it with powder. As you all know that have been watching me for a while, if you don't have to set concealer with powder, then don't. Especially, like, you know I hate talking about being of a certain age, but if you've got loose skin under the eyes, as most of us have after a certain age, then actually it's better not, if the concealer lets you not set it with powder, it's better not to, because any powder, no matter how good it is just going to accentuate
all that's under there that we're trying to cover up.
Well, basically you need moisture under there.
Yeah.
The more moisture you've got, the better it's going to look. Once you start adding powder, it's going to accentuate any lines that you've got.
Yeah. So
I just need to dab a little bit more under this eye because I didn't get that quite close enough into that corner. So sorry, go on, carry on, Jay.
I was going to say, would a tip be to put some, specific moisturiser under my eyes where the skin's very dry before we do any of the other products onto my skin, just as part of my moisturising routine?
Definitely.
Yeah,
so,
extra there. Yeah.
Charlotte does an eye cream, by the way, that you can take up. The main thing, the one that I would recommend if you've got sensitive eyes is called Roche posay Toleriane, and I'll give you all the details. But it is really good because you can put it on the lids, you can put it under your eyes. It's not one of these stupid eye creams that they say dot it round the orbital bone and don't go any higher because we've got ingredients in there that we can't guarantee are not going to cause your eyes irritation. To me, then it shouldn't be an eye cream. An eye cream should be something that you can put on your eyes. And I've ranted about this enough. They've heard me rant about it so many times.
I agree.
It's the biggest marketing con.
If it's not.
Charlotte's is good, but it's got retinol in it, which is very good for the skin. But it can, if you've got sensitive eyes, it can cause irritation. I do use it, but not on sensitive days. The one that I use on sensitive days is Toleriane by Roche posay, and it was the guy in this pharmacy up here that recommended it to me. Now that we've done the foundation, before I set it with powder, what I want to do is to give Jay a bit of a contour. But I don't want it to look too obvious. And so this is where I was talking to you yesterday about underpainting. And underpainting is when you put your bronzer on before you put your powder on. And what happens is the powder covers it and it just makes it look like skin. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this on Jay because I think it will look lovely. And it's the Ibiza Beach Stick. And I'm just going to...
Just our Daniel Sandler.
I'm going to do a kind... No, this is Charlotte. Now you're going to think, whoa, God, she's putting on a lot, right? And I am. But once I've covered it with powder, it's not going to look a lot. Now, Jay is not like me. She's been blessed with a lovely oval shaped face. So I don't actually have to do as much contouring as I would on me. She doesn't have this jowly bit going on like I do. So I don't have to do any of that. But I'm going to give her a nice little sort of subtle contour. But it will look subtle once the powder goes over. So if you're looking at this thinking, God, Ali, go a bit easy, will you? And I'm gonna put a little bit over the nose because that is gonna make you look like you've got a bit of suntan. Right, I'm gonna do this with fingers, right? So I'm just gonna blend this in.
So is that sort of circular?
Yeah, circular, blending in, and it will, because I've put quite a bit on, it will possibly look a little bit liney, but it won't once the powder's gone on. Mm-hmm. It really won't. In fact, it doesn't even without. But it's a really good way if you're a bit nervous of contouring as well, and you're afraid of getting lines down your face and it looking too obvious. It's a really good way of doing it because you know that once the powder goes on, it's going to forgive everything that you've not. Like if you've not blended it in as well as you'd like, or you're not confident doing it, it's just a really good way of doing it because the powder will say, don't worry, we forgive you. So I'm just making sure that all the lines, and I'll give you a little bit of a nose contour.
Yeah, go on. Get rid of that bump in the middle of my nose.
What we do, this isn't as easy to do with this, but so basically you just draw a line down your nose like this and down the other side and then down the bottom. Now I don't often draw a line at the bottom because I've got quite a short nose. You've got quite a long nose. Mm-hmm. You don't mind. That sounds really personal.
No, I have got a long nose with a bump at the top.
So that will shorten it by doing the contour at the bottom. So what we're doing now is I'm still blending.
I'm really sticking my face in like...
I'm still blending, and what you need to make sure is that when you do a nose contour, that you take it all the way up to where the shadow would normally be, otherwise it looks fake. So when you look at a shadow around your nose, it goes all the way from here to here.
Yeah.
Right, so when you
yeah.
don't need to necessarily draw the line up there, but you need to make sure that you blend it up into there, so that it looks like an actual shadow. And you'll be pleased to know I'm not into the Instagram thing of highlighting the tip of your nose.
Is that a thing?
It is.
See,
and everybody walks around with noses, like shining noses, and
really?
It's absolutely unfathomable to me why anyone would want to do it.
I haven't seen that, so that's new.
So now I'm just going to go in with this magic powder, and I'm going to use shade 2 actually. I think shade 2 would be good. I brought out shade 1 as well because I've got shade 1 to do under my eyes, but I think shade 2 would be better. And I'm just now going to lightly brush that over the skin. I'm not going to go where the concealer was, and you'll see that actually that just makes the bronzer look really natural and hides any imperfections that I may have left. Actually, this foundation has started to look a bit streaky. Maybe I didn't blend that in. It's because we're so busy gassing, you see, as friends. Never make up your friends, because you end up talking too much. And I mean me, you know what I'm like, I talk all the time. So, we've now done that. And at the end, we're going to spray it. And the spray, there's a slight luminosity in this powder. But you can't really see it much until you spray it. once you spray it, it brings it out, and all of a sudden,
So that'll bring that luminosity, the glow, like I had with the first product with the undertone.
bring it all back.
Wow, because I really like that look. It's lovely. I've lost track of which products we've got on my face. I'm
worry,
new to
I'll
makeup.
list them all to them.
Ali Pallies, I'm a newbie. I'm a returner to makeup. I had 30 years with no makeup. So.
Right, so we're now going to get on to eyeshadow, and we'll be right back. We're just going to pick a palette or two, as they say. As they say in Oliver, you've got to pick a palette or two. Okay, we're going to go for it with Dreamgasm, because Jay likes this palette, I like this palette, and I think it will look really nice on us. So
I'm excited.
it was either that for me, or it was going to be the Uptown Girl, which I also like, which is that grey one.
Oh yeah.
Which would also look really nice on you. But let's go for this one, because I know you love it, and I love it too.
I do. As soon as you showed it to me that day, and I was like, oh, I must have it right.
So we're going to just go in with the prime shade. I'm going to put that all over your lid.
When you say the prime shade, which one's that?
So the prime shade is the first one. So
Okay.
All her palettes are prime, enhance, smoke, pop.
Oh, I didn't
So
know that.
you know
So you
exactly how to apply them.
it. Oh, right.
Right, just relax your eyes.
That's why I've been making a mistake, because I didn't know in which order to put any shadows on at all. Tell me if you need to move.
No, just try not to crease up your eyes. I know it's difficult when you've got a brush coming towards you. Because what happens then is you open your eyes and there's a little bit that's missing.
I've noticed when I try to apply it, my lids seem really loose and kind of crinkle up.
What the other really good eyeshadow which would work for you is the she does a cream eyeshadow, and it's got vitamin E in it, and it's called Eyes to Mesmerise, and they've got a lovely one in rose gold.
I've seen that on your videos, yeah.
And it really they really work quite well, because they moisturise your eyes as well and soothe your eyes, and they look nice, you know, because they're a cream.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to now go in with the enhanced shade, and I'm just looking at this. So so that we had some clean brushes, because I don't have a makeup kit for other people, and I wanted Jay to feel reassured that they were nice and clean. I got a set from Amazon, not expensive, but it's actually quite a good set.
Yeah, it's good.
I do think Amazon do quite a good job at their sets, and this is actually working quite well in your socket. I'm just taking it to the socket, but also along the outside edge of your eyelid.
My crinkly eyelids is moisture, really.
Yeah.
I've noticed I've only been like it a little while, so.
Medication doesn't help as well.
No, everything's getting dehydrated with me.
And I'm just going to take a little bit of that underneath, so look up for me.
That's what I've always wondered, how to do that and how much without it looking too kind of plopped on, rather than highlight, you know.
This will give you a bit of an eye brightening effect, that's all. It will just make you look.
That's what I want.
A lot of people think about putting darker shades under their eyes, but they don't realise that actually putting some brighter ones will really help.
Make it pop, especially because I've always usually wearing my glasses. Sometimes you can't, if I put a lighter shadow on, I can't see it behind my glasses.
Yeah.
There's no pop factor, there's no wow factor.
And then I'm going to go in with the smoke shade, but I'm just going to put that again just slightly. You haven't got hooded lids as much like me, so we can actually, but we can. I'm still going to put a little bit in the corner here, just to kind of give a little accent of this darker shade, just to give a bit of definition to the eyes. Because I think it always looks nice to have a bit more definition. These shades are quite a lot, but there aren't any matte shades in this palette, and they're all quite light.
Yeah.
And so I always feel with it, it's great, but you need to kind of darken it up a bit more than you might do with. Just going to spot. You need to darken it up a bit more than you do with some of the other palettes, which actually you don't. like you can reserve the darker shades for going out, whereas this one you can't. Could you just? No, it's all right.
What am I doing? Up?
Relax the eyes. Just relax the eyes. It's just. I know you probably don't realise you're doing it, but when you're sort of squeezing your eyes together, so it's kind of. It's. You'll see when you look back on the film. You're doing this.
Oh, no, I didn't realise I was doing that. Right, relax. Right.
So it's just, so I want to make sure I don't miss anything. But when someone tells you to relax your eyes, it's a bit like telling you
how to
don't laugh.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you do. You know what, that was what I used to do with my son. When he used to have temper tantrums as a baby, I used to say to him, don't laugh. What you do, don't laugh. And eventually he'd end up laughing. It was a really good way of getting him to snap out of it. We need all those kind of things now. I'm going to just take a little bit of that underneath. You look up again for me. I'm just going to take a tiny sort of hint of it. And I don't want to smoke it out too much, because this is a kind of glowy daytime done up.
Yeah.
Done up, but daytime. Would you say? That's what we're aiming for.
Oh, look at that.
And then I'm going to just take my pinky to just highlight. Now you've got quite prominent brow.
Yeah.
You don't need to do too much there. But just to highlight a little bit on the upper brow. And what I'm going to do as well is we're going to come off camera for a minute, because I do think what I'd like to see on here is a. Oh, well, we've got a pop shade. What am I talking about? I was going to get my palette pops, but actually there's a pop in here which is just as good. And this one you have to apply with your fingers, because it's the warmth of your fingers. Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, brings out the pigment.
That brings out. It's got emollients in it, so
fantastic.
It's not, doesn't work like another powder. It kind of, it needs a heat of your fingers to, and that looks delicious on your eyelids. Absolutely delicious, and it really opens them up. I'm just going to put.
Yeah, that's what I find when I want to do my makeup. I want to kind of look, because I think I have got big eyes. Big eyes.
Yeah.
And then they're behind the glasses. They don't seem. People don't really. I can't notice my eyes, or people don't comment. But when I've had the makeup on, you can still see the makeup behind. People are like, oh, you look lovely today. Oh, I never noticed your eyes before, because they've been.
Have a look
popped.
at that eye as opposed to that one that I haven't put it on.
Wow.
Can you see the difference?
Absolutely. Look at that. Amazing. Ooh.
So it just kind of pops them open a little bit.
Yeah. And then what I found I was doing when I was putting like something to sort of highlight on the brow, I was going all over, like, and I just realised how you did. It was just on the corner, so I was sort of smothering it all over, and it wasn't really popping.
Now what I'm going to do, I did bring an eyeliner with me. I'm just trying to work out whether to use the eyeliner, which of course I will sharpen before I use, or whether to use this as an eyeliner. No, I think this has got too much of a glow in it. I might put it over the top, but I'm going to get some eyeliner and I'll be right back. Now, I nearly forgot, before I do the eyeliner, I just want to, again, with my pinky, just take some of this. Here's a little trick for you. And this will make your eyes look more open. If you just top a little bit of the prime shade into that inner corner, because it just opens up the eye and it just further takes that darkness from the inner corner away.
Yeah, because
it really makes you look.
Shadows. Yeah.
It really makes you look more awake.
It really does. My eyes already. I know you haven't completed the look, but they're already popping.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
I hope she's not being just kind.
No,
you never know.
No. Believe me, I would say.
Right, now, I forgot I haven't sharpened my pencil yet, so I'll be right back, everyone. Now, you've heard me say this before, but even if you're not making up somebody else, you should always sharpen Charlotte Tilbury pencils in particular, because they don't have preservatives in them, which makes them really good and non-irritating for the eyes. But it also means I was getting irritation for months and months and months, not sharpening my pencil. As soon as I started sharpening it, the irritation went away. So the only way to make sure that it's clean is to sharpen every time. So even if you're using it on yourself. Now, if you just, that's it, sorry.
My eyes a bit watery actually.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm used to watery eyes.
Yeah, I've got it all the time.
The good thing about the rock and coals, which is what I'm putting on you, is that they're very soft. So you don't have to press too hard on the eye. I'm just going to smudge that in with this brush.
Yeah, it's this left eye. It's always watery.
And it's because also I'm going near your eyes now with an eyeliner.
Yeah. No, it's always watering anyway.
Right, so if you just relax your eye again, sorry, you're squeezing your eye up again. That's it. And I'm getting as low down as possible. In that lid. So that, and if you notice, I'm pulling up the skin, because what often happens again, just with us ladies, I'm not going to talk about the A word, but what often happens is that you think you've done a line right next to your lid, and then you pull that skin up and you've got a gap.
Yeah.
So, which I've done on that side. Sorry, is your eyes getting sensitive?
No, it's fine.
Sure.
Yeah. It's the last year that skin's sort of got looser on the top of my eye.
Now, if
Really
you look
noticed
up
it.
for me, I'm just going to do a little bit underneath. And I'm just going to blend that out with my fingers. So just try to look that way so that you don't see what I'm doing.
Oh,
So
no,
then
no,
if
I'm
you
not
look up
worried.
and that way. No, it's not that. If you look that way, then it won't sort of make you blink. And then you won't kind of go, ooh,
When it's
because it's a
coming.
human reaction
Yeah,
to
yeah,
just
no.
do it.
But I haven't got my glasses on, I can't see it coming in close anyway, it's just fuzz.
Right, I'll put that back. I will make sure I sharpen that later on. And I am going to go back in with the Dream Dazzle palette, because I just want to go over that now. I don't want it to look too pronounced. I just want to go over it now with this smoke shade where I put the liner, because it will just make it look a lot less make-up-y, but more defined, if you know what I mean. I love doing this, is going over eyeliner with a dark powder.
So I never thought that was possible. I thought the eyeliner was such, because it's different. It's a very defined line that you wouldn't be able to smudge over.
Well, it will stick to the eyeliner,
Ah, yeah.
and it will and it also helps you to blend it out. So if it, like this eye was looking a little bit not blended out, and I couldn't get close enough to the lid, it's now blended it out beautifully. And then I'm just gonna, if you look up again and to the left for me. And then yep.
Oh, look at this, ladies. Ali Pallies. I'm loving it.
Right, we're going to do mascara. We'll do that off camera, because that might be a little bit, we might have to see whether or not Jay wants to do it, I want to do it. And no one wants to watch people putting mascara on. I always say it's like watching paint dry. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, we've been messing about with mascara. I forgot to tell you, by the way, I've got my Ali M apron on. Yeah.
She looks fabulous in it, ladies.
And Jay's taking a photo, so I'll get that off her at the end. Now, I suddenly realised the other day, I panicked, because I knew I was doing this tutorial, or this makeup look, and I suddenly thought, hang on a minute, Jay's brows, my brows, they don't quite look the same. So I ordered what I thought would work, having just seen a photograph and from what I remembered. So hopefully this is going to work. This is called a professional eyebrow pencil, and it is by Rimmel. And Rimmel actually do good ones, and Max Factor do good ones. There's absolutely nothing wrong with drugstore brow products at all. And one of my favourites is Max Factor pencil. I would definitely recommend a Charlotte Tilbury one or another one, but until we actually know Jay's shade, I didn't want to go and get one like that and then it be the wrong shade. So it's a good way to try out shades for you as well. If you're not sure, somebody was asking me, I think it was, Gaynor was asking me about eyebrow shades, and I was suggesting something similar to Gaynor, which was get a little kit with travel sizes in, so that way you can make sure that the shade is right before you then go and purchase the full sizes. And these are a great way of doing that, because then you can kind of look and see which is the closest one for you. So I've picked Hazel. So it's quite, I'm just going to put this, hopefully, yeah, so it's quite, I don't think you're going to see this, but it's a sort of mid-brown, and it looks like it would be, I didn't want to go completely grey because I want to bring some warmth to the face.
Yep.
And I think this will work quite well, hopefully. So I'm just going to do...
So my brows are brown, black and white. So...
And also what is good is it's got a brush at the end, so I can brush up the brows.
I used to have really, really thick brows, think Frida Kahlo, and medication and the A word. Things have changed quite significantly in the last 2 or 3 years. It's the first time I've ever had a brow product on. The only thing I've ever done is get them threaded, and that's it.
Now, as I always say, when you're putting on brow product, put it on in layers and then brush it through, because that's how you're going to get the most realistic shape that's not going to look too painted on. Obviously, if your brows are sparse, yours are a bit sparse at the end.
Yeah, definitely.
They are going to look a little bit painted, but if you've used the brush to comb it through, then actually it's not going to look too painted. And you know, it's so amazing, I'm going to show them in a minute, how that has just opened up that eye even now. I think, to be honest, you could probably do, this isn't the best colour for you. I was guessing, and I definitely guessed wrong. I think you probably need more of a darker ashy colour.
Yeah, because my brows were, before this happened, very, very dark, and my hair was black.
This is too warm a shade for you, but it'll have to do for now.
No, but this is all about learning and seeing what shades work for me, and for me to find out what shades
work.
Just to see
how that's opened your eyes, it's not the right shade.
There we go. No, it's not the right shade, but that's really compared. This is the one that's had the product on and the eyebrow, and this isn't. And I really feel that eye's really present, and this is still sort of in the background. Wow. Yeah.
What I would say is, like, there's an Anastasia Beverly Hills product, and I've got one, and it's called Ash, and I think that it's kind of a darkish black, but it's not black.
Yes.
And I used to be using the darkest black, and I've now swapped over to that. Yeah. But I think that would work on you.
So my eyebrows used to be
and
dark,
you can comb that through, so it's going to grab what hair you've got, rather than you having to paint a lot in.
Yeah.
And actually get the shade right. Now, the other thing is, I'm going to repeat this little tip. When you're doing somebody's brow, or you're doing your brow, and your brows are missing at the end, what you do is you take a pencil and you draw a line from the bottom of your nose all the way up to the corner of your eye, and that's where your brow should start, there. And then if you take the pencil and you take it through the iris of your eye, that is where the arch should be, there. And then if you take the pencil again and you take it to the end where your eyelid ends, up in that line, that is where your eyebrow should end. So it will give you a template to know that I really should be ending there. Now, I didn't do that on the other eye because this isn't the right colour, and it's showing up too
much on my skin.
Too much on your skin as the wrong shade. But if I wanted to, I'll try and do it very lightly. What you should actually do is have your brow going up into an arch there. I'll comb this out so it doesn't look too out of place. But that's basically where your brow should end. So if I do it here, I was being a bit of a wuss because I knew was the wrong shade. Sorry, I've got the brush nearest your eye then. Is it actually lit? Well, actually didn't. I wasn't that far off the mark there.
No. So I've always had much thinner brow, much thinner lashes just at the very bottom, and very, very thick. And they used to meet in the middle. I had Frida Kahlo brows, and the last 3 years they've changed. So I'd be better going for the normal colour that my brows originally were, that they've always been until 3 years ago. They're very black, my
They're
brows.
actually quite black. Or
Yeah, no, they are
not,
black, yeah.
They're thinned out, but they're actually quite black. So
Yeah, I've always had very dark black brows, you know, and meeting in the middle, Frida Kahlo, very thick. It was very thick underneath there, and then just thinned out a little bit, but nowhere near as much as it
I'll
has
give
done.
you the shade that I use in Anastasia, because I think that would work for you. And actually a brush one would work quite well for you.
Yeah.
But if you can see now where I've drawn that line, just ignoring the colour, because the colour's wrong, but that's where it should stop. And can you see?
Yeah.
Can you see how that opens up your eyes?
Completely. They're really present now.
Yeah.
Whereas they usually,
And it's opened up your. It's just brought your eyes alive.
and
It's
even
just
from the
a
side,
shame
you can
it's
really
the
see
wrong colour.
It's the wrong colour, but you know my eyebrows are black, but they started to go grey and they started to thin.
Do you want that, or shall I chuck it?
Use it for somebody else, darling.
Okay, right. Okay, we'll get rid of that one. Okay, so we're going to move on to blusher and then finish off with some lipstick, and we're done. Okay, now what I really want to try on Jay is this. I just saw it and thought, yeah, because what I want to do is.
Oh, look at that.
Jay's cheeks look a little bit dry at the moment.
Yeah,
I want
yeah,
to.
they are.
Now, once we spray it, we are going to bring the glow back, and we can do a bit with highlighter. But I don't just want the highlighter powder glow. I want the plumpy glow, I just think this is called Peachgasm.
That looks fabulous.
And
I love it.
I just think this is going to look nice on you, and it's going to give that sort of moisture look back to the cheek.
Yeah, I mean I moisturise like crazy, but because of the medication I'm on, and a few trips to hospital, a few stays in hospital, my skin has just got so dehydrated.
It really suits your complexion now. Unlike the brow product, which we shall move swiftly on from.
We won't mention the brow product, people, just ignore the brows. But actually it's been useful for me, for Ali, to do my brows, because I've learned how and where I should be placing my brow brush when I actually buy a shade that works.
You know what? You know, I very rarely say this to people, but you need this in your life.
Yep.
You really have a look.
I need it even for the packaging. I'm just such a magpie. The packaging got me.
Have a look at that. And all I've done is I've used my fingers. Just have a look at that in the camera.
Oh wow, she's right. Oh my goodness, my watery eye. That's always watering.
It doesn't look like you've got blusher on. It just looks
No,
like you've got healthy glow.
It really does look lovely. Wow, she's right. I need it in my life.
Peachgasm.
That's the one. And look at the packaging. I mean, look. I mean, I know it's about the product, but hey, that just looks fabulous too.
And you would also suit the Daniel San, the watercolour blushes.
Yes. Now I've been looking online at the Daniel San watercolours, and yeah, I'm tempted.
I've got a couple here, so we're gonna play later on. I just didn't know about the gluten thing.
No, yeah.
So we'll, and that's my fault. I could have asked Daniel about 4 days ago. I just didn't organise myself to ask him. So
I did look in the ingredients and there was no gluten, but it's always worth asking the producer.
Yeah. So we're going to move on. I'm going to just have a think about. I'm going to put a bit of highlighter on. Just think about what I'm going to use and some lipstick, and then we're done. Apart from the spray, and that's it. We're done.
And you couldn't.
Okay, so this is my dilemma. We were just discussing whether to use Goldgasm or to use this palette. I quite like the cream products on Jay, but the Goldgasm looked a little bit too dark to use as a highlighter. One of the things that I would recommend is having a look at the original Beauty Light wand, which is rose gold, because that actually would suit you well with this blush. Or one of Daniel's watercolour blushes, one of his new highlighters. But as we're going for Charlotte Tilbury, I'm just going to use this highlighter from Lightgasm palette, and I'm just going to brush that up here, give a nice glow to the cheeks, and then we're going to look to spray in all of this in a minute, and that will kind of bring it all. Just pop a little bit down the centre of your face, and in there. And then we're both dealing with watery eyes right now, guys. And I'm just going to put some up here, just again highlight.
And will that fill out that brow with the pencil that we don't like?
Exactly. So that you've got that. And I think that's the face done, and all we're left with is the lip colour to choose. And so, and do you know what? We didn't do a before photo, so I'm going to have to take a screenshot of the video. Unless what Jay might do, just to be completely transparent about this, is wait till she's taken her makeup off later on, and tomorrow take a picture of herself, because stupidly I forgot to take a before picture.
And Ali Pallies, you'll notice a difference. I'm going to take it in the morning with all my makeup off, and you'll really see how she's transformed me and given me some colour and some plumpness and some life back into my face. I tell you, it's amazing.
And I'm not paying her to say this.
No, she's my friend. She's my friend.
All right, I'm just going to pick a lipstick and we'll be right back. So we've come up with a bit of a mix, because the thing about Jay is that she's actually got multicoloured eyes. So she's very lucky. She can actually get away with a lot of different lip shades.
Just show them to me.
I'll zoom in on them in the photo at the end. I quite like to try something that Jay doesn't normally try. So, but what we did is we came to a compromise, which is one that she really liked the look of, but with a shade that she's not used before, used as a gloss over the top to mix. So let's see how this works. Now, I bought out Pillow Talk, because Pillow Talk goes with every single, it will line any colour lipstick, whether it's dark or whatever, because it mimics the colour of your lips. All right, so it's a safe bet. If you want to buy one lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury, get Pillow Talk. And if you're a bit darker or you're my colouring, get Supermodel lips, because that one, Supermodel lip liner, because that's a darker version of Pillow Talk. Okay, so we're going to...
I wanted to talk about it. I was like, oh, it's tickling as well.
I'll get you to hold that.
And also, I didn't ask you if you want lip open, mouth closed, whatever.
No, that's fine. It was fine, because a lot of people stretch their lips, but actually it's easier to do it that way, because you get the natural
underneath.
shape. Now, what did I do with it? Oh, I put them in here. I put them in my pockets. Right. And now we're going to go in. Let's get your lip brush.
Lip brush.
And I'm going to go in with Amazing Grace.
Ooh, and I'm so excited about this.
Yep, and then I'm going to go over with...
So what's this one I've got on now? The
Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace, yep.
And then I'm going to go over with Sexy Lips, and I actually think that this colour will really bring out Jay's eyes. And even on its own,
than I thought.
Yeah, but this is going to be a bit lighter, and I think...
I do love a bit of gloss and a bit of glitter.
Second, yeah, I actually think that this shade is going to bring out that... You've got green in your eyes, and it brings it out beautifully. And it's interesting, because Jay said she avoids colours like this. And I'm always talking about people going out their comfort zone and asking their friends what they think. And actually, that does, it brings out the green in your eyes.
Oh wow. That is awesome, Ali Pallies. Now, I've always been cautious of a colour like this, simply just lack of confidence not wearing makeup for 30 years. And I had a good chat with Ali, and I'm so pleased. That is fantastic. Oh,
great.
Yes.
Right, I'm
Bring
now
it
going to
on,
finish
bring it on.
off with spraying with some MAC Prep and Prime, and then I'm going to take a picture of my good friend Jay, and we will come back and say goodbye to you all. So guys,
Hi there.
this is the final look. I'm going to show you a photograph. I've really enjoyed making Jay up today.
I love it.
Apart from the brows, I think she loves it all, and I don't like the brows, but we'll just skip over that
We're
bit.
ignoring the brows.
So, hope you've enjoyed today. I've certainly enjoyed it. You can see my eyes are streaming.
Mine too.
But we're sitting under lots of trees, so do join us soon, and I will be back very soon to see you all and to review a new product by Huda Beauty called Tantor. So don't forget to join me very soon. That's coming next. All right, take care.
Bye, Ali Pallies. See you soon.